whaatai I lea tua, whaatai lona alofa ma lona angalelei, pe lava no tau sila fia, ana le se anoa lo tātou tapau le langi po penei le maua le nei ave no tāua, pai fo e tue maua sa tātou mawhtanga, e awala le li tātou proklame o le tue Tepa I le Aiga, ia vi ia lava le li, wa o ia na whaamanuia na I tonu I o tau Aiga, a mata mai lava le pa ia mawalunga le tātou o tinu, le au whai ngā luenga le atua, o lo whapena na ngā lulue I whatiwhai taulanga e fia, o le au whai ngā luenga wha umalolo tau sanga I tele. A lo whapena na whawawina pere ngā lue whatasi ma e kālesia, whaafetai le tau tua I so se whatiwhai taulanga, so se tōvine, so se e kālesia, pa ia mawalunga o tātou o tinu I o tūlanga whaalupe Samoa, mai lava I maunga te tele se I o I maunga iti, ma lo le soi fomanuia, me se tau tuaina o tātou nu o malalapanga, tātou Aiga poto fo I whaafetai wha malo, o le alofa fo I o le atua lo whapena fo o na whaamanuia ina ai, o nai o tātou tua asinsina, tātou mātua lana tau singa alofa I a tau tau. Ia, whaafetai te lawa le te talo, whaafetai le tau tua fo I me le fautua, le anga le leite toni o tātou Aiga I alo ma whanau, Te lava o lo e mafuta mai ai, po Samoa, po New Zealand nei, o tunu I whawhaftai tele lava. Muni e lava le ukumasani e le sili le tāpuai, o tau te talo o lo manui ai e tā penanga o tātou Aiga e kālesia manu, whaftai, whawheloa e pa ia maulungo le tātou o tunu I Aiga lava, mai tamā o tina se I o lava I alo ma whanau, le lofa o le atua o lo whapena na whaamanuia nai, o lo o mafuta I pea Aiga ma mawai le lofa o le atua o lo solonga le iei fuafuanga, I te tonu o Aiga, whaaftai tele lava tamama tina, e se te leo nenga luenga foi, tune le tau whaelo, o tau sila fia le nei vai te mi e pisi o tātou Aiga, mana tu foi o Aiga lava, ia te ole tamā ole tina, mātua, ia o tau o lo o tau au mo tātou lima, le manuia o tātou Aiga, whamalo lava, a whelo I atu ma le whaalo le tele lava. So se tasi lava o mafuta mai le nei taimi, te lava e mafuta mai ai le tafa le lalulangi a toa ma le atunu pele o Samoa, pa whelo I atu le swafa manu malo e su kiriso, pe lava o nou tau silifia, o whalo fo in whaweloa I lau tau whatia tia, whaftai whamalo le ngā lulu e whaftai fo le sunga le awao, ma ena ngā lue mai le whale tua le taimi o tuana I atu, o ena ngā lue tau tuaina wha malo lava le ngā lue. A le nei taimi ia o le nātou te stila fia tata pokala masani o le Tepa le I le Aiga. Lo ia tātou malo e le nei tai au, hai pita iane o le amataina pe lava o nou tau stila fia. E le whai tauina o le fiong pa ia le atua, I o le whaasolo solo tuailea o le tātou polokalame pe lava o masani ai. Alo lava ia te au lau wha talo whapitoa. I whai pisinisti umo tātou o tunu. Whaptai pe lava na o watu wha malo le tautua. Whale ainga, pe lava o e mafuta mai whale ta abale whale insinia. Nā luenga le uma po o le mua vau, po o le fulfale o le karamuta. Whaptai wha malo le tautua. I ngā luenga, man viai lo Aiga tau le leia o mai I tātou vi ia le li. Ka mai se fo I le atua nisi o Aiga o fitia leo pōsa, o na o le wala upa ia le atua. A le nei taimi, o le upu a le atua te ita inai I tātou. O le upu le ama o mailea I le lautusa salamo I se lauro sumaletasi. A le au whai tauina na I upu mai le whai pue lima se o whai pue vanu. O le alii o lo leo leo ia. O le alii o lo paolo lea I lo tu taumatau. E leo le li ia te oe, I mea leanga umalava. E leo mai o ia I lo wanganga. E leo le li I lo ufafo ma lo ufale. E a mata mai nei lava. Ai o I le whamavang. E mai fo ila fiong pa ia le atua I lau tū salamu I luasum le tolu. E le fo, e lau whaafonga o Iova o lo leo mamoi o ia. E le ai se mea o te mativai. Whawhitai I le atua ma tuamonia nā whiong pa ia. Tātou te whawhitai a wā o iana leo I lo tau soifua ma lo uola. Tai mai ai lo soifua ma lo uola o whai fo into maua le nei awa no tāua. Tātou te mafutai a wale tātou purkalame. Ai mai se o ngā luenga umalawa I tono o tātou ainga o ekalesia. O Iova, o lo tātou leo mā moe, tātou te whaafitai ai, pai mai iai o ia I lo mwhafo ma leo whale. E a mata mai nei lava ai o le whaababau. O le mea moni lea, o le tamala vai le langi, o ia o le tātou leo mā moe le lei. E tausia lo tau soifua ma lo ola. Ia e mawhai ei o na manuia tātou fufuanga uma. Ai mai se lawa, por klan whata atia I lo ainga. Le ala leo le tau Tepa I le ainga I e nai fufuanga. Whata atia o tātou ainga e wha moe moe o le li e iai mo I tātou. E leo o ia whai mai e E ia oe maa ulona au tau ma tai tai. E leo I o tātou wala uma. Mia uma tātou te whaia. O le vi I aile atua. Mai lo ainga I lo ainga. Ia tātou mai whata se whaftai le atua. Awa o ia lava na leo I o tātou ainga. Leo te wawa I atu I titi lava o mai le tātou malo. Whaftai e iai o lewa. Iai le tātou malo o lewa ba ai atu iai. Le te titi ano fo lungo lona no fo ali. Ia na amata lo lea. Ai whaftai awa o hawa no tāwane. E maua o mai iai e sosoni mai e tātou purkalame. E whaalawi loa atu nisi o tautua. Mo lo tātou o tinu o lela o loa. Tu mai fo se tasi o tau no whale tua po te mai tai e le fo ilo tau whaafonga. Lo tila fia fo ilo nei ngoa le tele fo o tau sanga. Tātou tuai mo tātou o tinu. Ia le utoi mawalo nā wanoa. E mwhai e ano o mai tātou te ngā lulu e whaatasi. Ma wati fo iso na whina ngalo. E le tātou o tinu e fsuasua ni e tuai. E nei lawa tai au. Good morning to you, Api.
Oh, good morning,
It's lovely to see you again. I was just saying that it's wonderful to have you back on Radio Samoa. It's really good. You're still looking young as ever. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking your time to be with us. Just introduce to our Radio Samoa listeners out there that we've got a special guest that will be coming in this morning to share, to help our families. As you know, our program is focused on the family, to Tepa le Aiga. And I know we value your help. And welcome back to Radio Samoa. You know, it's been a while, but praise the Lord, you're here. As I was just quoting a verse from the Bible in the beginning, where it says, the Lord is our shepherd. He guides us, you know, and that's our word for today. So I will thank God that you were able to join us again. So good morning to you, Api. O le wo mai le tātou malo whaalolongia. I le nei fo I tai au tātou te mafuta I le tātou purkalame. I know, Api, I'll let you introduce yourself first.
Yeah, to all our listeners, wherever you are in the world, listening to me, my sister, right now, welcome to this program. You mentioned it in the Bible. And you know something, sister, what I'm going to write today, add text. He is all I want. Jesus is all we need. All we need. And I know, my sister, there are families out there that listen to you and me. And that are saying, what value could I bring to me in my life? I don't think the values to you. The men up there will give you all the wisdom and the value for you to understand, for you to make your decisions this morning. My name is Api. I come from the Cook Islands. I'm great-grandmother of 5, bless me, 5 grandchildren, sitting great. And I'm so happy to be here today to speak to our families. And I know that you, my sister, and I've been this, people think, why should I do Api? I've been doing this family nearly 30 years, working with one family at a time. I've just come out of retirement, myself. I had retired 4 years ago. But I called to come back, which is why I'm on the road. I've got 1 more year and then I'll be retiring. But you know, and I know that there are a lot of families out there that have a skill that are also in that place of retirement, but there's so much knowledge. That's what I bring to the table this morning. I bring the knowledge and experience, my sister, to your
Thank you
listeners.
very much. Taitele lava I api na mo tau whaafonga o fu mai o ye so swani for your tatou ainga. Happy for our listeners out there, they actually would like to know what is the service that you provide for our Radio Samoa listeners, because you know we praise the Lord till you're back. It was wonderful to hear what you shared in the beginning about, you know, you trust in God and all that. And you've come back now. What is it, the service that you provide for Pacifica people or our Samoan people in general? That's why you're here as a guest, Whakatei Lava.
I'll give you one word. One word. It's a four-letter word. And it starts with hope. And I'm very confident of this, because over the years with all the families that come to me, lost, confused. I'll give you an example. Yesterday I spoke to somebody. He was sharing with me, oh, Peter, God, I'm a mortgage holder because I only work with homeowners that have multiple debts. So it's going to be for me to be very clear. Whatever I provide a service that puts all your bills into one payment. Now,
Thank you.
So you don't have to educate and understand a very simple thing. And that client said to Napi, I got a mortgage unpaid. I got the credit card over here. I got the credit card with bank. I got a small loan over here. Got another loan over here. And he goes, you know, when I get my money, I don't have much understanding.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know you or Satina was some if so atu I tūlanga le whaasosoina o tamau ainga. I mea tau tupe tonu ainga po le mokesi po le alawa tūlanga. Pea nau tau whaafonga lau tau whai pea. Pea munru tui pea I le ala na suma yei api tonu al pokalame netao. O lana sosoani I lana whaasuatu e te whaafonga atana mo le pa ia mai manu tātou o tinu. E o tele nisi o tautou te malamalama I le ngangana pa Britania. Ai pesa iane o la o tau mawhai pea mo nisi la mawhoi ma le whaalor tele. I le mawhai o te mawhai au. I le tau mawhai fo I mamoli atu lana sosoani mo le tātou o whaafonga. It was just explaining to the listeners that most of them can speak English. But on the other end, there are people out there, the listeners, that don't understand English. So therefore, I'm trying my best to carry on and portray, carry on and tell them what you've just shared with us. So thank you for your time. So our first question for you, my first question for you up here this morning is that, you know, most homeowners believe that they financially safe because they own a home. But is that really true? Because there's a lot of people out there that own home. So tele yeyo la to fale. Ai olele yama yele tulanga le so longa le mea uma. So that's my first question to you, Api.
They're not safe. They're not safe. Here's why I say they're not safe. If they do not understand what benefits that property can give to them and do for them, if they don't know what opportunities, possibilities, things that you can do with that property, they'll say, because they'll get somebody that will just come along and knock on you and say, hey, what, I can sell a house for much. I can sell a house for this much. So they're not sick because they don't understand the environment, the real estate. They don't understand valuation. This is what I've been doing for the last 30 years, is educate. My clients come to me one family at a time to understand that they need to know that about how to navigate and how to get property of yours to grow to 2, to 3, to 4. That's why I'm saying it's safe. So more information that Radio Samoa is able to share to our people, better off we will be, and safer we will. How will we save? Because we know, we understand, being educated now, we understand what all these words mean in the financial.
So you'll be able to give them advice and help them along through that area. And that's your job, to be there for them. Yele nei pe no to fa fo aton mo to tele na to fa fo mai tafsilia tu yai ko saunga le mule tai mi tangata and mai se o ye la to fale ya and mai se fo ye o lo tau mo fai mo le fa tau wina o la to fale ya le sa no fo ile ya api e ye tai mi ele o saunga le mu e sauna sa ile le so swani ina im fai fo ona abasu so swani mo sitala pa mala mala mai ti le tu langa pe on la to ngal wenga ola na ngal wenga le wa o ia le pe ona ye cha ua o lo o yai e mawhai o na lango lango mo I lātou. Api, so you are able to help these people, you know, anytime that they need help, that you are there as somebody that they could trust. That's the word I'm trying to figure out. It's alitonwina. Because I suppose on that journey, there would be some negatives and things that would push people back. But you're there to explain to them, you know, what they have to go through and the importance of knowing where they're getting themselves into. Can you just clarify on that?
Knowledge is power. Knowing. It's like driving a car on the road. If you have your driver's license and you've been given by the government, that means you pass tests to be able for you to go on the road and be able to navigate with other drivers. It's the same thing with the finance industry. We need to understand. And it's very simple. It's not complicated. But what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of months, I'm going to start up to do free workshops, free webinars on my page. I'm going to create a page especially for our Samoan community. It's not going to be something for the Cook Island or a Tongan or region, just for my Samoan community. So everything that we teaching will be translated Samoan, and we have my brother Ty there that we're able to do. We've all got you here, my sister, that we're able to do that. So the more education that we have as Pacific Island families, the stronger we come. But at the end of the day, God has blessed us. He's blessed us to be able to come here to New Zealand, to live in land that called the land of milk and honey. But is it the land of milk and honey? It's a question that I lay in our face to think about. If you're struggling and you got more loans like I that yesterday. By the way, sister, he heard me on Radio Samoa yesterday. I was at work and quickly rang me and quickly shared me the problem. And they said, I hope you can give me some good news. So a lot of families out there waiting for some good news. People, good news is not going to come to you if you don't make an action. Radio Samoa was promoting this today. He heard, he rang, he spoke to me, and I will be seeing him today at 5:30. And when he spoke to me on all 5 bills, asked me, is it possible to put all the debts together and one? I said, anything is possible. So my encouragement to your listeners, my sister, is have a if you're a mortgage holder and you got 1, 2, 3 loans, you need to stop paying more interest there should be. Why should you 5 loans to the 5 finance company plus automatic payments bank? So you got double on top of interest from the loan. You're better to get 5 loans, Tassi loan, Tassi payment.
Yeah, that's right. But it's wonderful. Can I just come in, family? Can I just come in and say, while you were sharing all this, I'm sure that a lot of people out there or the Samoan community, they've heard you before. Being mindful that there is a telephone that they can contact you on. We've still got a lot more to talk about.
I even memorized.
Yeah, thank you for that. It's just that we have to be, the people out there are really listening to what you're saying. A lot of them understand. I'm just trying to clarify a few points. Powerful points that you pointed out there, that you are there and you can help them along. and and instead of having a whole lot of different packages of debts, that you can bring them together and go with one. Is that one of your areas that you can cover?
That's absolutely right. Hit it on the ball here. Like I said to the client yesterday when he was sharing me what he's going through, and I said to him, brother, does it feel like you're drowning?
Mm.
And his reply was, oh, yes.
Yeah.
So
My next question is, next question, Api, is that, say if your mortgage payment will go up about $500 within the next month, would that affect your life, or would you struggle with that? What's your advice, or how would you help these people out there? Le festili fo tu inatu a fai e si tia nele te tonga le mo kesi le lima se lau tala ile nei vai tau po le nei vai asa po le lama sina. La sa faina pa se tulanga iai. O la se tali mai a api mo oe ma fo e so soani le nei taimi. What can you do if the mortgage payments go up in for $500?
You need to, one, quickly contact your bank. People, see the mortgage payments have gone up, you contact your bank. You need to make an appointment with your bank. You need to sit down with your daughter, take your son, someone who's really good looking at numbers, your support. Always do that. Go to them and sit down with them and say, is something we can do about it? Why is this increased? You need to ask questions. Us as a family brought up, don't ask questions. No. In world we're in financial world, that's quite opposite. You need to ask questions. So it's one of the first things that I would do. Another thing that you can, not sure what is going on, not sure whether to the bank, not sure what to ask the bank or your farmer to the bank. Just give them a call on Oluolua.
Thank you, Api. So that our listeners, with respect, there's a lot of listeners out there that they can understand English, but there might be a few that might need a little bit of, help there. Tia, let's talk, limsau or lesau no Api. Stili, ang sao no ile falitupe, po aile amayele no nga tupe mo sosani mo oi, tala noa iai. I may say for and for na evili ya Api. I was just saying that they can even call you and you can even direct them, with the help that they need at that time when their mortgage payment go up all of a sudden and then they need help. I am sure that a lot of people that are listening in right now, they are in a difficult situation for getting a home and all that. But we'll go to that later on. We'll just continue on with our next question. What's one financial mistake Pacific families keep making, and how do we stop it?
We're not looking. Our family, when we get a loan, we're not looking. What is the loan? What made of? How much are the payments? How much the interest? Because that's a part of your learning. It's all part of understanding what you see. So that's one of the things that they need to do. Look, I always encourage our family, and I'm going to do it with you on video. If not sure or understand, I am a caller. I've been doing it for 30 years. I love it when I can bring knowledge and information to empower our people so they can make the right decisions for their lives.
Thank you, Api. I'll just have to stop here. I know that we have to go into a break now with Tia, and then we'll come back and we'll continue. Latu inatu lava no sunga Tia mo fasalong fa business. Ito po imay po nato fa forces for itina. What am I saying? We'll live for into tua. Roswani mo le tulanga so sonya tulanga. Paso soino tamau ainga meto tupe. Ulo yai mo itato ile Wofuina o fale o alava ai alafu alo yela na sosani ala atu inatu sunga ya tia fatai hapo pa tatu proclame o le tuete pa ile Aiga le ne yaso Whaatai leo mō la manoa tāua, atu no nātou te whaafua mai. Mo te te leo nisi o te whaafua so foi. Mo lo whapena fo te whaongaina le au nanga a le nei tina po le whalitua ia api. So soani ia te utou tūlanga i le whaasosoaina. Ma le sila fio me tawana wia. A waso soani taini e meise o e iai mo kesi o whale tūlanga ai tālafu te tongina. Whapena ana ia te ia fo le so soani. Ia te mai fo i nei tau sanga i tele. Ia le whaaptau mwhaivu an tue maole awa noa i o mai ai. Whaasoa atu fo, mo lo tui nā tue ina fistili. Ina ia mwhaivu na whaafonga mai ai, mo le so tele lava o tau a tonu. Mo lo o tau silafi o te loa, ia ia o lo silafia le ngana whaapuretania. Pio na tui nā tue e fistili o tali mai fo i o ia. Ia ai male awa male whaala o tele lava i tau wai, tala wai o na o nisi fo i. E tau mo whai e lava i whaatino ina fo i nisi o vaenga. Ile tātou ngana mo lo tau silafia. With respect to Api, I was just saying that, with respect to some of our listeners out there that, I am mindful that a lot of them don't understand English. I'm just trying the best that I can just to tell them of your service, that you are able to help them in your own way. As a Pacifica woman, with respect, that you are able to communicate with our community and our people that really needs the help within the financial area of their budget and all that. So, Api, I know that, is this your phone number? 022-084-4533. Is that the number that they can contact? Ia o le numero lea, pe o na avatu and whaile whaaso ta iai, o le o lua lua, o valu wha lima tolu tolu. O lua lua, o valu wha lima tolu tolu. E te lua tala noa ai ma le tina ia api whai ona stua te fo i tau tala noa pe e fo i se tūlanga la tau lava ngā wenga pe stua te fo i le ofisa po fia lava. Ai ole nei taimi, Api, I just want to ask you this question, what's a warning sign that your finances are at risk, even if you think you're doing fine? Sometimes, I think, oh, I'm doing fine, I'm okay. But what other warning signs that I get? One is your me too like mine. I know ya tell. Oh, well, you may have a tonu. Ila ufufuanga beta seleni lo Aiga. Can you just? Are you able to help us with that?
Yes. If you ever get a letter in the mail from a bank or finance companies is a little bit different. You're locked in with an interest rate from the time you start, depending on what products. But if you're a homeowner and you receive a letter in the mail saying, oh, the mortgage payments have gone up, but you don't do anything about really looking at your finances to see if you have enough for the increase. A lot of people, oh, well, that's all right. They get the letter, they don't look at that something of importance. They think, oh, I can have the payment. It's all right, only a few dollars more. But those few dollars add up. They add up and add up. So it's important. And you get some documentation from the bank, there's an increase. That's the time for you to review, sit down, and have a look at how much extra do you have to pay. And make sure that when you get, if you got 10 pieces of gold and you have to share $1 for family, you make sure you know how much you got left. So it's all about you portioning. Make sure that you have enough. But look at increases is very important. Don't avoid it. Don't put it on that and think, oh, no, it's only $1. All right. No. This time we are going, what's happening with around the world, as you can all see, with America, the new president there's lots of changes. And that's why I say you are to save your homeowner. You to be more knowledgeable. On this radio station, Samoa, we be able to deliver some message to our families in our community.
Thank you, Api. I'm sure that our listeners out there really appreciate what you just said. Ya tama mai mababa ai tutoa i tūlanga uma ma ai lopo atu se whaalua mai a wale mo kesi matulanga umai mea tau whale o ai tā lafu mea uma. Ia vawe lava o na sila toa iai ma va ai whai se fuafuanga te tau. Sa ili so sani po le tau tua le ia api. Lea e ala na suma iai. O na iai le poto ma lea tamai a te la tau whai no mai le taimi lea. E ma whai na so sani ma tu talinga ma ia te utou ma i tātou. Awale tu e se ina. Pio na ia sa no ma iai o ani whaafitau ma tulanga wa e va ai e te ai. Lau mo kesi ma tulanga whapena. Awale tu e se ina pio ui la titi lava se tulanga lo iai. Ai sa ili so sani ma tau mo whai na ia fo ia. Alo iai la la tau le pio na iai le kampani le nei. A whai le lava le tilafia tlo lava ma lo fo i loa. Ai lea e iai i la tau whai na so sani. Ma te tu mai mo i tātou ma mai se so sani o se lapata inga. Mo i tātou i taimi whapea e mana o miai e i tātou le so sani. Pio lena fonga i nātu le telefonia api o lua lua o valu wha lima tolu tolu. E mawhai o na fesoswani lea ia te oe mai tātou umalava i tūlanga pe o na iai tōnino ai tā lafo o mo kesi o whale i whaafi tāuri e tūla i mai nisi a mea tātou te le malamala mai wapi o te si le tūlanga o i tātou tūlomala o whaalolo tele lava o lea o ngāfo i lea tono o lea fo i elisi la fio le neitina e fesoswani ai mo i tātou nisi o teimi pe tātou te mamai sa ili le fesoswani e te tau o na whaatawaina e wala au a wā e mai a te ila tau fuili fisoswani mo i tātou. I was just humbly telling our people out there how it is important to ask for help, that they seek help instead of saying, oh, I'm shy, I'm ashamed to ask for help. You know, no, I can't go and ask for help because it looks like I don't know anything or I'm stupid. But I'm just saying, we all, you know, especially when these things come in the English language, and I'm sure that we both agree on this, we have to be mindful. English is not our language. So we don't understand this. We have to really seek people and also with the help of the people that are more, or people that are trained to do the work instead of us. I mean, for me personally, if I don't know anything, I'll always ask for help. And I'm humbly asking the people out there to ring you if they come across these challenges in their own families.
And you know, that's good. Our people need to know, I'm here. I'm here to offer from my experience. God has watched me over these years with families after families. I got clients still with me after 20 years. So I'm welcoming our families to come. Have a just call. It doesn't cost you anything but your time. That's all it will cost you, your time. And if you invest in your family, knowledge, learn, understand. But you see, sister, there's a reason why we think the way we think. It's designed that way. Of all the years I can talk to you about, it's designed that way because they know, the people that are smarter, they know that the less we know, the more we can take an advantage of. But the more we know, the less they will be able to take advantage of. Because there are many hogs there. You know, we don't understand what's the game, we don't understand the rules. We're not going to be in a good place for. I've seen too many families destroyed because of the decisions they made. So my encouragement is make a decision today. And sister and I are talking today to our families. Get on that call. You're alone. I'm only a phone away.
Okay. Api, what's the biggest myth about mortgages and home ownership that's costing people money?
Oh, I found the myth that I see is, you know, when people have mortgage, they think it. They, you know, yeah, mate. No, it's not. You're in a more vulnerable position than the renter because the renter can just move up and go. Not the mortgage person. There's a lot of things they need to know before they sell. There's a lot of things they need to before they buy. And a lot of things they need to know how to hold on to the house. And I know they're listening right now. You know what I'm talking about. So take advantage of this program, and sister. I'm loving this time with you. Thank you very much. I'm loving this time that we talk to families. I've been on your radio since you started too, by the way, way when you guys started. So I have a long-term relationship with our Samoan community. I'm grateful that the families that have come, that has allowed me to serve them all these years.
A whawhatai o lea e o loo iai le nei tina whai whaamalamaina e mawhai ona ia talanoa. Api, can you just help me with this? You know, with the Samoan speaking people, is there anyone else that will help you along just to simplify the things in the Samoan language? It's just out of curiosity, out of my own self. You know, are you able to bring in somebody else that we're able to help, you know, with the language to simplify things for our people?
I'm glad you asked me that question because here's what I found over the 3 years with your community. They don't like that.
Okay. All right. It's just out of there. I thought, well, whether you have somebody else there, that someone that will be able to help. You know, if language is the barrier, if English is the barrier, you know, so whether they'll be able to come to you and there'll be somebody else alongside. That's fine. That's fine. We'll carry on from there. Actually, it's wonderful because you're able to be.
One other thing to add, also, we're talking to families. I'm asking them, would you like to bring your daughter? Would you like to bring your son? I found that's how I'm able to navigate all these, my sister, without someone beside me that I'm on. I said, our people are very private. We don't like other people to know our business. And so I heard what the people said to me. I mean, okay, so that's what I don't. People like talk to me on my own. They trust me on my own. So that's why, to answer your question, I don't have somebody that, if they're complicated one, you usually contact the court. They will assign somebody that's in Samoan if I need. So that's in somewhere. Normally, go to the children of my families.
That's great. That's great. It's exactly what it is. We can bring our children who can speak. You know, that's exactly what I'm after. You know, you can use your own children to come and they'll be able to translate the things to dad and mom. I'm giving you e.g. example so that, you know, if I come and I don't really get what you know, with all the technology and all the words that you use these days, but they'll be able to simplify it for me. Thank you for clarifying that, Api. I'm sure our people out there will think of that too and know that they'll be able to bring their children as well to help them if they have problem with that so that they can communicate well with you. Thank you. That's wonderful. Api, would you like us to open the line for people to ring in or what? It's your time. So
if you can, if there's somebody there.
Well, that's lovely. We've got some minutes left, but we'll carry on talking. But the number is ole olua o valufa falima tolu. The line or the telephone number that you can contact Api to help you as a financial advisor or someone that will be able to help you with where you are at the moment with your family, with mortgages, home ownership, and the challenges that you are facing. Api is willing to help you, and this is the home number. 022-084 Falima Tolu Tolu. Olua o Valfa Falima Tolu Tolu. Tato malo fa malamole titi. Tala pelele na pesi se mana avala amai tala no ma ya Api a faile ai le se a faina ka amo pe lava le tala no anga. Le ava no tau o maua mai mo Api le ne yato. Thank you. Just saying that, you know, we'll open the line, see whether anyone would ring up if somebody would like to call and ask you a question, that's great. If not, we'll just carry on, you know, and you're able to for the listeners out there, that you are able to share with them more about your work. I've given you some questions, but you would like to clarify and share a bit more about how you can serve our people with the work that you are doing, and some examples of what you have done and achieved through the years of your work.
Oh, I'm happy to do. In fact, I'll give you something more recent. I've got a current client right now who's paying $160 a fortnight, apart from the mortgage. She rings me up the other day and says, P, I need to borrow X amount for this reason. I said, all right. So I had a look at what was going on, had a look at her payment history. I looked at her account statement, very, very good. So what I am at the moment now, and she doesn't even know, and you don't know who this person is. And that person, I don't know if they're listening. Person doesn't know the loan has been approved. I'm about to call them when we finish the call. But I got those payments from 660 down $539. So not only did I pay her debts, I gave another $15,000 cash on top, and she was paying 60. But because I put some of those loans together, and now paid now to 539. So those are some examples, because putting all your debt into one payment does several things. Number one, you don't pay the 5 loans or 5 interest rates. You only pay one. And like I mentioned before, you only have one fee at bank. So that's why I think families need to have a think about this. When you're doing all these payments, not only do you get the fee for the interest, you got the fees on top for the bank. So it's in your best interest, it's to your benefit, not the bank, to your benefit. You to get up and say, no, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to put it together because it makes sense. And then you have more disposable money in your pocket.
Yeah.
So these are the things that our family needs to be looking at, because when you borrow, it's all about paying back the money interest. Our people sometimes think, oh, they borrowed $10,000, pay $10,000. Larry, it doesn't work that way. Back home in the islands, we share. Over here, you don't share when it comes to loans. You got to pay your portion of the loan plus the interest. That's something I've been drawing home for all the years, because I know about people sit there, they think, I don't need to do anything. I'm all right. I can afford. Yeah, but what if you had more? What if you had more in your pocket? Think about that. So I'm asking questions for us as Pacific Island community to have a think about it. Because another thing I want to share is that if you look at Ponsonby was the hub of all our Pacific Island families. We all the hospitals, we did that. What did the government do? Hey, you know what? Got a new suburb, Bush, a new house. So all Pacific families understanding the game. Oh, I can sell my old house in Ponsonby. Yes, the whole. We got a brand new house. In fact, brand new. Because my family was one of them. So the house, off we go to the side. And people that bought those old houses in some big $1 million properties. Who started?
That's right. Yeah.
Started that out to the kind of community. My dad was one of them. Worked at Facebook 25 years. Working, clean the toilets, the hospital, the cooking. That's where our people, they in Ponsonby, so closer to the tops. That's why I bought these houses in Ponsonby, not understanding they were sitting going on. Now when I go to the side and the people, and I go, are you happy you bought the regret? But it's true, because no one told us, no one showed us, no one said, hey, listen, do you, that is. And that's why I believe God's given me the passion and the aroha and the love to come on the radio and speak boldly like this.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Api. Greatly appreciate your input. And you are so right about Grayland and all the Ponsonby area and all that. I know, that it was really Pacific Island and Samoan people. And, all moved out, to the suburbs. And now we can see, but I can hear you, and I'm sure that our people really appreciate Whaktai Atonu. Nā tau te whaafonga mai, o whanau no ta inga fo malangona o le nei tina po nei ta mai tai. Whaina ngā lua le nei ngā luenga. Tu mai fo ilona tau au so swani mo I tātou, I tūlanga I le whapena le whatinoino, tūlanga tau tupe, paso soina I o tātou whale, o ngā luenga o mea uma whapena, o le whapena o na nau fo ia. Nā te whaafonga mai ilona leo, e mana o lava ina I o la atulana whi au ia te oe. Just sharing how you're very passionate about the way you portray and the way you're talking. It's like you're preaching, girl, go. and I'm just saying the way you're so passionate about what you're doing with the way you're saying it, that, we can hear you. And just to say to our people that you are there, and with your telephone, 022-084-4533. Yela na telefoni, ole o lua lua o valufa. Are you able to make a connection, going and see people at their homes, or do they come to our office, or what?
I'm mobile for our people at any time, any place. All you've got to do is just give me a call, and I can meet you wherever it's you. So I'm very flexible.
Absolutely. It's wonderful. It's great to hear, because you are trying to explain it in a way how you went back to Grayland and Ponsonby. And I can see where you're coming from. And as a financial person, as somebody that's working that field, I can see where you are taking us back. Yeah, as like you're taking us back to the roots of where a lot of Pacifica family lived and where they had homes, which sometimes, the people say in those days, oh, Grayland, it's like they laugh when they say, oh, they live in Grayland in the olden days, and like they want to get out of Grayland, unbeknown to us that this is the gold mine. I can call it the gold mine, where now you can look at it, Ponsonby and all that. But I know that a lot of our families, even my own families, a lot, lived there, and yet they moved out west. Well, I mean, west is still the best. But yeah, I'm just hearing you. And I know with your work that you have really put your heart into it. And it's amazing that you're carrying on this work for our people. So I just give you the last few minutes. You can just add on to what we've been talking about. And if you don't mind.
Yeah, just a little closing message. I know it's a big question that you asked me today, my darling. And if listening to me right now, families, and you need to sort out your finances, I will help. It's simple. If you know how to do it yourself, great. Fantastic. But if you don't know how to do it, and you need help, and you want somebody to help you, I am just a phone call away. So while God still gives me this energy to be here today, and I thank God for this time, I want to encourage our families. Don't be alone. You know something that, and I don't know whether it's right open this conversation, sister, but a lot of what I've seen over the 30 years is a lot of people suffer alone. Suffer alone. And I've seen it over the years. And want to encourage our families, you listen to me right now. You don't have to suffer alone. You don't have to be alone in this time going through. Radio Samoa has designated this time that I can, with my knowledge and my experience and my aroha and my love, to help. What evidence to have? All our families that I work with, all and still
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's wonderful having you on the program. Nila 49 neta mai tai na lava ina ipsosani o tātou tangata le fo lau whaafonga lau sila mai fo mo nisi o lau sila mai pele tau sanga o nai pe o ia ila na ngā luenga sosani i tūlanga tau tupe ma le whaatupena o mea sila tutoa iai ina ia awane i o iai o tātou tangata ni no fo ai tālafu ai nisi o vaenga tātou te le loa ai o loo sila fia e ia i telo tau sanga na ngalue e mawhai una i fsosani ma tala noa atu ai a wale so longa le lei i tūlanga i tau o mo kesi whapena fo le whasosoina o tamau ainga o taimi po o mawalunga po o mawalalo le fua le ngā luenga ma whapena o tupe whatitau mo lea vaenga ma lea vaenga a loo iai puna i tau whauna i a mai o ai tālafu tu whatasi e mawhai una tongi whatasi lo ia le poto ma le malama ia te e ngā luenga pe ona ngā lue ai o le lau mawhai e ona o mai fwoi o ia avea ma tātou mālo le nei tai au o lani telefoni na ia api e bili ia le o lua o walu whāwhālima tolu ia e tala noa atili ai pe ona utou whaafonga iai mai mantua fwoi pe ona tāua ina o pasiringi ia ona o le ngangana i nisi o taimi a le ia i ala ma whāna wala fwoi le sila fia i le ngangana pai no soswani mo tātou o fwoi no tātou mamai sa ili soswani ba le ala lea e alai o na tātou o mai e yemi se uswa au ona soswani mai just stressing the fact that you know you're there to serve and you've served for so many years and your heart and passion is for our Pacifica people or everyone and you are there just to help them and I've even said that you know their children you know that are there to come with them and so that they'll be able to explain to the parents. That was my point, is that sometimes a lot of our people won't be able to communicate. And that's quite powerful, you know, when we have somebody go into something and they understand what they're getting themselves into. So let's see the future to Olale Melia Lauyai, Lale Finally Initial Jamie to low lover. You for ya tell out there Malamalambling and a factory time, you will a wallet o te stili fo ia u lau whanau manisi ina ia o wi loa le mele la atu ia ilo vai what I'm stepping into so that I know where I'm going. Ai whaaftai tele lava api mo le stu mai. Api, thank you so much for being on the program. It's a real blessing to see you, sister. You still look good, all good. And like what I said in the beginning, we read the word of God and it says that the Lord is our shepherd. And he guides us with our going in, coming in, and our going out. And I am thankful that I believe that, you know, you trust in the Lord with the work that you're doing. So, Fafitai Telelava, again, thank you. You just, well, just 1 second to say thank you for, or Fafitai. Oh, I'll finish off.
Yeah, Fafitai family.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you very much, Fafitai Telelava. Telelava, Fafota, what you're title, what to know. A talo lava a whaina e se au ngā mo se ainga tasi nei por kalami o nai tina na sili ai o lua o waluwha whalima tolu mea tau mō kesi mea tau ai tālaku so tala noa tātou lava i langa ngana whaperetania ai whaifuana awe stasi o alo o nā fo e stila fia e whai no fsoswani mo oi maa whaftai tele lava mo tali eino i maa ua tonu i tau mō tamalawa whamanwia lea tua li nei vai e sā Tātai tia mo le tau tuaina o le atunu, mana tua o le atua o le tamala vai o ainga. Once again, Api, thank you for coming on the program. God bless you.